Conor Knighton is all up in the air this morning, and you're about to see why.
Balls up, down, go.
When you get a bunch of jugglers together, things can get out of hand pretty quickly. Meet the IJA.
That one ball is going to do all the work. All right.
The International Juggling Association, a club for people who love clubs and balls and rings and whatever this is, or whatever these people are doing. Even after spending a few days in their midst, I'm not sure I could define juggler.
I thought I knew what juggling was, and then I came here, and there's a lot of things I wouldn't consider juggling that seem to fall under the juggling umbrella.
Absolutely. When most people think of juggling, they think 3 balls back and forth between the 2 hands. While that does fit part of the definition of juggling, we've found that there are many other things that can fall under this umbrella term.
Iksuro Pachaki is the director of the IJA's annual festival, held this past year in South Bend, Indiana. He suggests object manipulators as a potentially more helpful way of thinking about the wide array of performers that join forces at the gathering.
The main thing about this event is getting together with other jugglers. That's why everyone is here. But we also have the competitions.
Oh, the competitions. There's a numbers competition, who can juggle the most objects. There's a competition for the best overall act, with prizes for teams and individuals, scored on a mix of skill and showmanship. There's a battle night, where 2 contestants armed with 3 clubs try and one-up each other. During joggling, competitors race around a track. There's even combat juggling, where the goal is to mess up your opponent while keeping your own clubs up in the air. But no one's going for the jugular here. It's a pretty friendly bunch.
It's a very supportive community. You don't always get that in other communities.
David Kane is able to support himself as a full-time juggler. That's uncommon. Most of the attendees here are part-time or hobbyists.
I do cruise ships, I do circuses, I do schools, I do corporate stuff. I specialize in churches, actually.
Professionally, Kane is known as the Juggler for Jesus.
You see, Jesus died, but 3 days later, he rose from the dead. Amen.
An Egyptian tomb nearly 4,000 years old contains the earliest known evidence of juggling. These hieroglyphics in Beni Hassan depict 3 women juggling. Here in the US, juggling has traditionally skewed very male. The IJA was founded in 1947 by a group of men at the International Brotherhood of Magicians convention.
They didn't want to be with the magicians anymore. There was the...
Is there a juggler-magician feud?
Well, magicians very much are secretive. They don't want to teach you anything. And the jugglers said, to heck with this.
Laura Shub, who juggles under the name Ms. Tilly, used to be one of the few female jugglers in attendance. Today, she teaches workshops to a group that's gotten much more diverse.
Put 1 foot in front of the other, like this.
If there's one thing this group has in common, it may be intelligence.
I would have to say that all of us are a pretty darn smart bunch. You cannot be stupid and be a juggler because of what it takes that's happening in your mind. Your mind does not want to accept it because everything in juggling crosses like that. In the learning of it, your body is almost resisting it. All right.
She even tried to teach me.
Get down!
All right.
Although I will not be winning any competition soon.
Left, right.
Throw.
That's it. Throw it. That's it.
All right, something.
That's it.
Professional jugglers like Wes Peden make it look easy. But you'll notice that even the best of the best make mistakes. Rarely does a routine go by without some sort of screw-up. That's when it's nice to be surrounded by an audience of supportive peers. People who understand the constant ups and downs of this world, who can sympathize with the struggle, and who can celebrate the sweet success of a well-executed juggler.